Welcome back to Notre Dame Day. I'm Eamon McEnany. Our next guest leads one of Notre Dame's most unique traditions. Bengal Bouts was founded on the belief that charity and personal growth go hand in hand. As a boxing club, their mission is twofold: develop young men into the best boxers they can be and raise money for the Holy Cross mission in Bangladesh. We are now joined by Creed Leathers, who's with Bengal Bouts. Welcome to Notre Dame Day. And before we get to anything, everyone wants to know, is Creed your real name, or did you change it to Creed once you started boxing?
That is my real name. I thank my parents for that. My dad always jokes, I guess it was just destiny that I ended up joining the boxing club. But yeah, I did not ever think boxing would be in my future.
All right, so we had to clear that up because it is a great boxing name. All right, let's start with the Bengal Bouts themselves. What makes this club and this tradition such a unique part of the Notre Dame experience?
Yeah, I think it's such a unique tradition, one, because of how old it is. This year we celebrated our 95th season, so we've been raising money in boxing here at Notre Dame for 95 years, so it's pretty impressive. Like you said, the club was founded by Newt Rockne, but it's one of those things, like if I wear a Bengal Bouts shirt around in the airport, on campus, just like wearing any Fighting Irish merch, guys come up to me, and some always have some type of story connected to Bengal Bouts, and just a really deeply rooted tradition on campus. And I don't even think a lot of people realize that it's been around for so long.
So I'm not the only person that stops strangers wearing Notre Dame gear and starts up a conversation? All right, that's
No,
good.
you're not.
All right, so the Bengal Bouts are rooted in service. Can you tell us more about the Holy Cross missions in Bangladesh and what they do, and how does the support from Bengal Bouts make a difference?
Sure, I'd love to. So the Holy Cross missions in Bangladesh, they started over there, I believe, in the mid-1800s, had a hard time getting their foothold, but eventually they did. And fast forward to around 1930, when our club was founded, some of the priests here were wondering if they could send money to what was then, I think, East Bengal, or the province of East Bengal, now Bangladesh. So they started having dusters, which is a boxing tournament that raises money. That's what they used to call them back then. And ever since then, we've been fundraising. Specifically today, our club supports Holy Cross schools, parishes, drug rehabilitation centers, and just a lot of other things that they need to kind of keep the Holy Cross missions up and running. Catholics are a minority in Bangladesh. They only make up around 1% of the population, but Notre Dame and Holy Cross has, some of the best schools, providing it for, anyone from all walks of life, regardless of their religion. So it's pretty cool what they do over there.
Yeah, definitely great stuff. There's clearly a strong brotherhood in the club, but also a serious commitment to discipline and training. How do you think the program shapes the students who take part in it?
Yeah, sure. So we always kind of harp on, the three ways it shapes students. And number one, obviously physically. Our guys are training probably 2 hours a day, starting in October, ending around February or March, depending on when they get knocked out of the tournament. And it's a huge commitment on the physical aspect, and you'll definitely, if you stick with the club, you'll see your body change. It's a very, very rewarding experience. But also spiritually, we have Mission Mondays, so we'll bring speakers from Bangladesh. We work closely with Father Tom and the Holy Cross Mission Center to kind of educate us about what's going on in Bangladesh. And obviously that kind of works with our fundraising as we try to get closer to God. And then finally, mentally, I don't really think there's a better mental challenge at Notre Dame than stepping in front of a ring in front of, thousands of people in the arena, and, another 14,000 online watching us every year, and not knowing if you're going to win and if all that training is just going to come out in the end or not. So, I think physically, spiritually, and mentally are the three ways that guys really change throughout our program.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive to get in that ring and we'll go one-on-one. All right, as a club president, you've helped lead fundraising and community building efforts. What have you learned from that aspect of your role?
Starting with fundraising, and probably, I guess, why I'm here today too, is the answer is always no if you don't ask. We challenge the guys around December, when we really start getting our fundraising machine going, to kind of sit down, make a list of all the people that they think that they could ask for fundraising. And I've found that guys that actually take that advice seriously, make a list and go out and ask those people, are the ones that end up on the top 10 leaderboard. There's a minimum in our club. You have to raise $500 to be able to compete. This year, we had a lot of guys obviously raise the minimum of $500, but we had our highest per capita fundraising season ever, and had multiple people raise over $1,000, which was very impressive. And on the community building aspect of things, you know, just kind of challenging the guys against each other, kind of every day in the club. Kind of counterintuitive, making competitions, but it ultimately built a lot of community, and we had a really tight-knit group this year.
Awesome. I like that one. The answer's always no if you don't ask. I go with the Wayne Gretzky line. You miss all the shots you don't take, but that's a good one. All right. And
Exactly.
finally, for anyone watching who's curious about joining or supporting the club, what would you say to encourage them to get involved? Rather quickly on this one, please.
Yeah, it's the best club on campus. It's the only club on campus where you can kind of kill all those birds with one stone, I guess you could say. Like I said, physically get better, spiritually get better, mentally get better. Just become a better man.
All right. Great stuff. Great meeting you, and thanks for your time here on Notre Dame Day.
Thank you.